So for years, I know that my story is incredible, but when I try to have a different path, I get start my day with reading, meditation. It never fails. Drama comes from all different directions. And it would be to the point to where people on the street that I did not even know would start arguments, stage conflicts, saying I dated someone that I never met, I this, and just blatant lies. And it kept happening, so I realized someone was setting it up. But the thing of it is, proving to others that's what's happening. So then immediately when I'm doing my meditation, then the group chat, the party that caused the issues the other day, threatened to put me out her car for wanting the right order. But these people are staging conflict like family members. Nobody would ever believe that is happening. They're deliberately trying to start arguments for whatever reason that is. They have an interest in conflict. So nonetheless, she went ahead and put in my name, and people were like, "Well, I'm not going to give." Well, these are deliberate schemes to ostracize me and isolate me. I know the pattern. Someone don't want me going on with my life. He's upset, using his gang stalkers to violate and railroad my life like he's been doing for years. I'm just trying to prove it. So she goes in the group chat stating that my name, and then I tell the group chat what happened and how she was covering for death threats that I sent it to myself. Another party was trying to cover for her, saying that she's at work and can't get messages, but it's been tons of messages and you're in a group chat. You're not making sense. So now my life isn't important everywhere on the planet, and people can send me death threats, violate me, and I remind them that this is a party's life and it should be taken seriously. And in a community in general should take stock in someone's life and not disregard their value by not taking stock in their life. Then it was a little silence. Then she started trying to message me privately. I said, "Well, you slandered me publicly, but you want me to message privately to address your pathological lies." Then she's also telling me where I went with someone else, which is stalking. Stalking is a felony. You shouldn't be in my business and asking me where I'm going with someone else. Then she's slandering me, saying that I'm getting rides for multiple different people. It was two, including her. Then I don't appreciate her knowing where I went with this other party. And I always ask this other party if he needs gas. He's a really nice person. He don't want to take it. And with her, I've given her items. I've given her a nice deep fryer and clothes. And and she didn't say anything about gas. She asked me if I want to ride, and I say yes. Now to stage an argument, now she's conning that I rode with her multiple different times and didn't give her gas money. You're asking me if I want to ride. But nonetheless, I'm trying to give her the gas money. Then she started an argument from another direction. Because the argument, she was trying to stage conflict with this gas situation that didn't happen. How can you demand, say that I'm riding, so do you need a ride? And I say yes, and then all of a sudden when my abuser's mad, I'm not giving you gas money. But you're asking me for a ride. If I wanted a ride to ride with you, and I say yes. So then I say, okay, how much gas money do you need? I said, I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue. How much? She still persists to argue. How much gas money? She will not tell me. So then someone chimes in and says, no more messaging in the group. But I've experienced this for years, like I said, when I was at work, and then they locked me out of the system. I get my all people in my environment, including supervisors and work family members. So they locked me out of the system. Were making it impossible for me to work. So got in the group chat, started degrading me and publicly humiliating me, saying I was lazy and didn't want to work. I got my tablet to record how I was being disrespected in this group chat. It immediately got off the screen, like I was immediately locked out, like someone saw it. Because if you would have saw what I was being sent in this group chat, it first off, that's a termination to speak with someone like this as a supervisor. That's why they had to immediately disconnect me, but I'm not quite sure how they knew I was getting my tablet. I worked from home. So nonetheless, I got my tablet to record how I was being publicly humiliated in this group chat and how it would have been a termination if anybody would have actually saw this. So nonetheless, they immediately locked me out the chat to cover up for this disrespect by the supervisor. Then pathological lies by multiple different employees. I kept all the texts, went to the police. They set it up so it wouldn't investigate it and send right care out for mental illness. They had to wait because it was too incriminating to terminate me. So they waited, and then they scammed that a YouTuber found them, stalked me and found them, and called to get me terminated from my job. When I'm just trying to expose that someone from a horror movie is really abusing too much power in all these different directions and it's really torment. If I can't meditate in peace or have a job in peace, and all these different conspirators at church can't ask for prayer in peace without someone interrupting multiple different parties to disregard my values so they can sleep at night. If this person has moved on with his life with wife and kids, why won't he let me do the same? Why does he have to be at church with me, getting rides from people? Why does he have to be at domestic violence organizations with me, on my phone with me? I just want to know how many patterns will equal an arrest. Why is he at family members' locations with me? With my relationships with my kids behind the scenes. Why are these plants dying? How petty do you have to get? My fish died too, mysteriously.